Good evening, friends. Hope you had a good day. Things happened that I missed yesterday, but we're here today, and we're gonna play more Monster Train because that's what we do. So Monster Train, so it be. Let's have some fun. All right, who we got? We got Queen Awoken and a very solid start. Okay. We'll see what we can do with that. I mean, Scorched Steel is not bad, but we're taking Forever Flame, for sure. Although, now we're going to run into the situation where we don't have Imperialist, and the best thing to do is Imp Parade. Okay, yeah. Because Imp Parade already reduces the cost of Imps. And so it would have made Forever Flame feel largely inconsequential. It would still have value if we had hit, like, Transcend Imp. Yeah, the spike sucks here, but it is what it is. Okay. Let's do that. And do I want Train Steward up on top floor too? Probably. Because if we hit the Fledgling Imp, we wanted to start buffing both of them. Arguably, Fledgling plus Important Work is so good, though. Yeah, I mean, that's not even arguably. It is just very good. Unfortunately, we can't get the Collector because we have no backline access, because Restores are garbage. But there's that. God, and then this shit sucks. Okay, whatever. We'll do this. But yeah, we're largely in good shape. As long as we draw an Imp next turn, we'll be okay. Which we should be guaranteed to do. Almost. There is a chance that we draw everything but the Imps, but yeah, okay. Okay, so let's use that there. And then swap you out. And then let's just get a little bit of healing done. And then we would sweep all the waves, which works out nicely. Unfortunately, I can't kill this guy, which is a problem. I do still have an Imp. We just need to draw one of them. Okay, beautiful. And that should be enough to finish it. Because then we kill the backliner, which cuts out the damage output tremendously. And there we go. So as long as we can get, like, Endless, ideally a Welder Helper, there it is. We're in just overall great shape. I should hedge my bets and take the Razor Sharp, just in case. Because we really do badly need Endless to make this work. And there it is. Beautiful. And yes, we want that there. I will give him HP as well, because he dies no matter what to Queen's Toss. Yeah, we'll take the Horned Warrior. I do like the Steelworker as well, but the Horned Warrior is way more important. And we're going to reroll this. No. I would take HP on him. But we don't have capacity for Large Stone. Quick is a little weird. We sort of ideally don't want Quick unless we also get Wildwood Tome. It still is sometimes worth taking the Quick anyways, just because it is a form of defense. But ideally you are building up enough armor that you can do Queen's tossing to kill things before the Horned Warrior has to attack into them. Once again, goddamn can't get the Collector. Everything else is going our way, though, so I can't complain too badly, but it is fucking infuriating to not be able to get the Collectors. Honestly, I'm just gonna not use the Razor Sharp where it's intended. Because I don't want to reduce his HP. Yeah, because it's the sweep guy, and so if we reduce his HP too much, he does just die to the sweep in a single blow. Also, since I don't think I asked, how you doing, Ether? How you doing, Splat? Yeah, let's do that and this. Technically did this in the wrong order. Doesn't really matter. We missed out on a little bit of power because the train steward does survive one hit. I think we're still overall okay, though. Yeah. We already have this, and now we have it so much more. Especially because we also increased his HP a little bit. So, like, he still doesn't survive more than a single hit just because of... I was going to say because of the spikes, but we actually do kill the spike person first. Anyways, easily murder. We're not going to take another fledgling imp. No, we're not going to take another fledgling imp. I didn't even look at what seraph it is. It doesn't matter. It's just temperate. I do quite like Vine Grasp. I don't know that we need it here. It would help with getting collectors. But we'd have to draw it on the right turn, which is pretty unlikely. I'm just going to skip it. Alright, and then we have decisions to be made. So I could take Horned Warrior for the self-infused, but that's dangerous. I don't think we're going to do that. What's the best infusion for Apex Imp? There's a lot of good ones. Steelworker is one of the better ones. Shard Soul Carver is also quite good. Even Guarded the Unnamed is good. But also, you know, like Animus of Will, anything that gives it more attacks or trample is also very powerful. Because, again, Apex Imp is one of those units that, in most builds, you're pretty easily generating a ton of attack for it. And what you need is some way to translate that attack into still a game-winning line. Ugh. Yeah, I think we're taking the Steelworker, either way. I know Splat is asking that question in the hopes that we see Apex Imp. I might go here just to dupe the Imp. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, we'll happily gain a bunch of HP, or a bunch of coins. I still haven't done that achievement. I don't think so, at least. I think that's one of the two that I'm missing. Anyways, so let's do this in the right order. Welder Helper into Fledgling. We do this just for Shard's sake. Because why not? I mean, like, there's a lot of good reasons for why not, but, you know, we're doing it anyways. I just for a moment had a weird panic thinking that I did it into the wrong Fledgling Imp, but no, we're fine. Everything's okay. It is double explosion, which is not great, but we did give a bunch of extra HP to our Imp. Fuck. Okay. This is still workable. It's just the worst way that we could have drawn. Where we don't have a single imp to block with, but luckily with the steel enhancer, we can still put down our dudes and we're fine. And I didn't have to, like, put the Steelworker on top floor to block. Because that was an option. We're going to do this just so they can kill him here. So we don't have to worry about top floor. Really need to draw into either of my imps. I went out of my way to dupe it, and I need to draw them. How you doing, Fury? Alright. Thank God. And then everything is better. Okay, and then they're all going to pop up to top floor, but luckily there's only 6 of them, not 7, and so we do still block it appropriately. Now let's put that healing to work. And then luckily Queen sweeps real well regardless of what happens here. Like, this is why we gave the HP to the imp, so it can do some blocking for us and still survive to be swept. Or tossed, you know, whatever you want to call it. And we should be good to go. Turns out Imperio's Queen is pretty good. Turns out Welder Helper into Fledgling Imp is the classic for a good reason. Yep, we already have this. Now we have it better. Look at us go. Daedalus got nothing on us. Good old Imp abuse. Yeah, we had just a good start. Got basically everything we needed right off the bat. Yeah, we'll take the Rail Spike. We'll take the Animus, and we'll take Capacity. Yeah, we'll go for the Merchant of Steel. I do want the removals, but we're gonna do this. I will happily take Lost Luggage. Because drawing into our imps as soon as possible is, like, the most important thing. We're not taking Steel Singer. Still need Ashes for full Greed and Transcendent. Yeah, I mean, those would be ideal, but overall, fucking not what we want. It doesn't matter too much at this point, and realistically, I should probably just take the HP from the Battle Stone, but we're not going to. And there is another temple here, which is what we need. I mean, need is perhaps a bit strong of a description, but it would help. Okay, now, hopefully we just draw both imps, or we draw no imps somehow. Love it. I would have set up bottom floor to kill this guy if I had drawn the imps, but I didn't. Yeah, there's no way you're killing, so we'll just ignore that. Actually, could have used the Animus of Will up top right now. They're basically, like, neither of them is enhanced in any way. And I am going to be doing enough armor that should be fine. Once again, can't get the Collector. Hello, good sir, I missed you yesterday. Yeah, sorry. Things happened, and I ended up skipping stream. But I'm back now. Hope you're having a good day and all that. I'm sad that we missed the Collector. Oh well. I could have set up mid-floor. It's just I didn't know for sure that I was going to have the imps. I figured it was probably the case. But here we are. Cat combusted situation? No. Luckily, no. Oh. But we're here today. And thanks to Forever Flame, we don't have to worry about the Ember cost of the Scourges. We're here for either Majestic Wins or Hilarious Fails. Both are good. Sounds lovely. Yeah, unfortunately, well, I can do this. He generates scourges every time he kills something, but he's not going to kill the imp. These guys will. That is still a lot of scourges. And I do take damage because he also gives Ember Drain because we have a bunch of shards. What an asshole. It's even the 5 damage scourge. Oh, yeah, because I didn't pay attention that they're not the same. And so I could have played out the 5 damage one instead of one of the 3 damage ones. For some reason, I always think that they're the same, and they're not. Oh well. Whatever. We took our first damage. Felt bad, but there it is. Alright, here we go. Although the removals would be nice, probably better. We will take HP. And we will take multi-strike. Honestly, an Animus into an Animus would be better. But this is what we got. Yeah, this is what I was hoping for. Okay, so we either do melee weakness on strike, which is cute, and probably what we're going to do. But we could also do Sapstone and then just make enemies never do damage. I think we're going to be okay without it, but I still maybe want to take it. Hello, Glacier. How you doing? You know what? Let's take the Sapstone. I almost universally pick the other option here. For a variety of reasons. Not least of which being that any unit that you're putting Endless on, or reforming a bunch, well, not any unit, but a lot of units that you're doing that already have defense or evasion baked into them, and so it's just not important. Got my first Wormkin clan up to level 10 today. Very exciting. Wormkin is by far my favorite clan. Did I miss stream yesterday? No, I skipped stream. I just had things going on and ended up missing stream. Not really on purpose, but it happened, and it got late enough that I could have started at like 12:30, but I was like, I'm not going to start with only like 2 hours to go. Cool, life happens. Well, I appreciate you guys being understanding. Oh yeah, and I forgot to remove the Steelworker, because that was the original plan for the infusion. Oh well, so be it. Let's do this in the right order, where we play that to dodge the Ember Drain. Not that it really matters. Other than Scourge cards, most of my deck costs nothing already, thanks to Forever Flame. Since most of my deck is units. Whatever, you guys can start building up armor. Okay, well that's the wrong Fledgling Imp, but it is a Fledgling Imp. And so it begins. Just gotta remove more and more things from the deck, and we're essentially already in perfect shape. Okay, we do take some spike damage, but otherwise, we're good. And the spike damage is still tolerable since we are generating a lot of things. A lot of armor is what I mean to say. So the other day, a dear friend, you didn't even say deer in there. Other day, a friend of mine started playing on stream for the first time. I had him stream a few runs for me on the promise that I wouldn't backseat. And let me tell you, it's a special sort of excruciating pain watching someone make the wrong decisions every single time. Yeah, trust me, I know. Back when Monster Train was more popular, I used to watch a lot of other like Monster Train streamers after I was done streaming for the day. And it's definitely hard. Like, I definitely try not to backseat, at least unless people specifically want it. But yeah, it is a little painful watching people. And to be clear, some things are purely subjective. Like, there are definitely playstyle preferences on certain decisions people make, like cards they prefer over others, but there are other things where it's just like really painful to see them like absolutely shit on a card or whatever that is just an absolute monster of a card, and act like there's no use case for it whatsoever. Like, I know it's just newbie stuff. Everyone's like that when they start, mostly. This guy had never even played deck builder before, though. Yeah, I mean, like, that's just how it is. I think that's part of the fun of these games, though, is learning as you go. And thanks for the follow. So, like, you know, I do like watching people go through a journey with this game and any other deck builder. I kind of want the Inferno. We're not going to take the Inferno. Are we going to not take the Inferno? We don't need the Inferno, but that doesn't mean I don't want the Inferno. Fuck it. We don't get to play Inferno often. We're doing it. Kind of want to go here. Not sure what we would dupe. I guess we're going here. Sure. We'll take Vapor Funnel. Who cares? Doesn't really matter to me. Holdover's cute. Hopefully there's a -2. There's not. Yeah, we're just gonna fuse this away. It doesn't really matter. He gave me all shocked that Monster Train had deck building mechanics and short looping runs. And I'm like, congratulations. You've discovered the concept of a genre. Yeah, fair enough. I guess we'll do that. I mean, we don't really need Umbra Stone, but I'll take it anyways. Oh, and I was considering putting Holdover on the Inferno. We're going to do it on the important work, because that is the correct choice. It just is. I guess we're just going to do this on the Rail Spike. I do need to remove a lot of cards still. The only other deck builder I played is Slay the Spire, and I did not do nearly as well with that as I am fighting angels on Choo-Choos. Don't really need equals, must take. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Slay the Spire is overall generally the harder game. But I also just don't like it nearly as much. And don't get me wrong, I've played, like, I actually don't know offhand, but something like 800 hours of Slay the Spire. That might be a little more than I've done. Might be a little less. I honestly don't know. I think it's around there. I'm actually really curious. We're going to look that up real quick. After I find it in this list. It's ever-increasing list. Oh, that's way off. It's closer to like 400 hours. Regardless, I've played a fair amount of Slay the Spire. Although that's not entirely true. I played a chunk of Slay the Spire not on this computer, so it's not all the hours I've spent, but it's still a good chunk of them. Regardless, point being, Slay the Spire, I played a lot. I don't like it nearly as much as other deck builders. It is still a good game. I get why people like it. I get why some people prefer it. I find Monster Train a tremendously more enjoyable game. I'll just keep sapping them to oblivion. Not that having the imps up front really mattered there, because they just kill the dudes that are then going to be killed by the sweep damage anyways. But hey. And technically that's the wrong order. We always want to be playing out the non-sap imp before the sap imp when we are using important work, because we always want to essentially copy the sap one. Again, at the moment, doesn't really matter. The only time it vaguely affects things is when Fel is on the same floor. I almost called Talos for some reason. But even then, it's pretty minor. How do you get sap on imp? There is an event. I have no idea what it's called because I couldn't tell you the name of like any event in this game. But the option is get for the greater good, or if you decline it, he gives you two options for unit upgrades. One of those is sap on summon. The other one is melee weakness on strike. Typically, melee weakness on strike gets chosen much more often because that's also a very powerful effect. It's just a huge damage multiplier. But the sap on summon is also quite good. So, that's that. It's the only way to get it. Because no unit in this game naturally has that. There are other units that generate sap, namely Lodestone Totem. And by other units, I mean I'm pretty sure it's only Lodestone Totem offhand. There's a couple spells, obviously, but... Anyways, we essentially already have this run solved, because imps be like that, and all we're doing at this point is getting it more consistent. And then Fel can't even hurt us, and we just beat her to death. I mean, we really shouldn't be taking things like Last Stand, but I'll take it anyways. And then we'll take the draw, I guess. This is bullying, I tell you. You're not wrong. I kind of want to go for the trinkets just in case we see, like, Queen's Tail, but we wouldn't really be able to afford anything there, so we're just going to go here. I should have looked at the shop first. May as well give him some attack. It barely matters, but he's got it. It's a free upgrade. We're taking shards just because we can. I'm gonna put this here, and it's gonna look weird, but we're doing it just so we can remove it. Because I actually don't strongly care about other options. Okay, we're getting Imperialist 3. We're getting rid of this one. We're getting rid of that one. Couldn't tell you what we want to do there, but it's fine. Okay. And I'll be back real quick before we start the next battle. Alright, I'm finally back. Let us continue the run. Okay. Yeah, let's do that to avoid the Ember Drain. They faceplanted and fell asleep. No, just not feeling great. But everything's fine. Yeah, the problem is if we draw into the other fledgling imp without capacity to play it, that's a problem. But it's all good. Everything worked out just fine. Alright, and that one goes there, and then we just play these out and let them die, because who really gives a shit? The only real key cards in our deck are the fledgling imps, and we already have them. Sadly, I don't have the Inferno anymore. Well, alas, so be it. I could last stand right here. It wouldn't be that impressive. It'd be okay, but, you know, we're gonna wait on it. Doesn't really matter. Even if I get Ember Drain from this guy, which we're not going to, just because we give him another 4 sap and then he doesn't do anything. But even if he had Ember Drained me, it's fine. My imps cost 0 thanks to the joy of Forever Flame. It turns out these guys still hit for a lot, even with these sap. It doesn't really matter, and we'll do that right now. We'll just give them a clean 50-some rage. As we reduce another group of dudes down to 0 attack, because that's just the life we live. Okay. Okay. They're still strong enough to kill one of the imps, but not the other. And it's perfectly fine. Only to transcend him for the finishing overkill, not tie. Yeah, I mean, that would definitely be wholly unnecessary at this point. Would be cute, though. Although we still need to hit Endless on it as well. And Ashes. Yeah, I mean, we can definitely do better in the artifacts, because we could happily take Ashes of the Fallen, Queen's Tail, and Resonant Shard. Being like the top ones that would be ideal. But even something like Wing Steel, getting us extra draw per turn would also be good. Like, there's a lot of possibilities. I'm not going to have enough gold for them at the final ring, even if they do show up, but that's another story altogether. Even with all my sapping, this guy still hits for a ton. He does still only kill one of the imps, because I have given them a decent amount of HP, and they get good armor, but doesn't matter. He's real dead. Okay, let us go. Sure, I'll take another important work because there's literally no downside. I'll take a Wildwood Tome. And then what do I actually care about? I think we're going to the left and we dupe like the important work that's on holdover. I mean, the removals are actually pretty nice too, but who cares? Ooh, Hell's Banners is cute. It's mostly only cute for turn 1, frankly, but I'll still take it. Yeah, and the rest of this doesn't matter in the slightest. I kept this fledgling imp uninfused in case we did see a Transcend imp, in which case I would have infused into the Transcend imp. But we didn't, and that's fine. I mean, none of this matters. Only downside to another important work is reaching the pun per deck maximum. Fair enough. And we did hit a clean 300. We could hit more than 300 if we dupe something that has shards on it. Which I kind of want to do just for that sake, even though we really have no good purpose to having another unit. And doing the important work is stronger for us. We're just going to do that. We already hit 300. 300's enough. And then we're just going to get rid of this one. There's a lot of things we don't need here, but at least the units are free to cast. So, there we go. Oh no, we enter a SAP 3. However, shall we overcome such a terrible fate? Okay, let's not worry about the Ember Drain. Oh, slightly wrong order, but whatever. Oh, and by using the Wildwood Tome, the imps are no longer going to get to attack. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Because they'll get tossed before they have a chance, but again, who really cares? Alright. And we go, and we go. And then Seraph already has 20 sap on them as well. I'm not actually doing any damage yet because of the 8 damage shields, which is a lot. But we do knock most of them off already. And then we have a whole bunch of extra Ember that we don't really have a use for. Especially because every important work is also energy positive for us now. Wish we'd drawn this on a turn where you were not on the same floor. But hey. Alright, well, we knock off the damage shields, so that's something. Again, if we'd gotten Transcendent, this would be so much stronger. Unnecessary, but stronger nonetheless. But, like, we're not really in danger of anything. We are very strong. And the sap guarantees that even versus, like, Divinity, we're going to have just no problem with defense. Like, I think we would have been fine even without it. And obviously, our attack should be a lot stronger if we'd taken the melee weakness. But, you know, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, unsurprisingly, we're just doing a whole bunch of important works. We don't even really need the quick on Queen, since enemies basically just never get to do damage anyways anymore. But whatever, here we are. Again, technically, it might be better to just not use it. Since then the imps still get to attack and they get to soften up the frontliners a little bit. But I also don't think it matters. Anyways, let's last stand now just because it's in our hand. And let's also play out the Inferno at the same time because we have copious amounts of Ember to spend. We don't get a flying kill. Not that I was expecting to, what with their 8 starting damage shields and 4,000 HP. Also, like, I scale up pretty fast. I definitely do not have the fastest scaling ever. It's pretty solid, though. But it's not like, you know, a turn 1 kill or anything close to it. The Imp Union would like to file a complaint for abuses inflicted on certain members. No, this is what they were born for. Alright, there we go. And then, you know, we toss some imps, and then we hit for, you know, almost 3,200 a turn with the Horned Warrior. Ta-da! Honestly, impressive that you had the run solved pretty far before having 300 shards. I mean, that's how a lot of these runs go. Like, we're only hitting 300 shards because we already had everything solved earlier. Okay, whatever. Let's just do this. Let's accept the Ember Drain. It doesn't make a big difference. Do I even want the Wildwood Tome? I guess I'm still gonna do it, even though I think it maybe is worse for us. Also forgot that one of these guys has Steelworker Infusion. Okay. Well, I was hoping to draw into the other imp, but that's fine. We do take a little bit of damage since we haven't sapped him to death yet. How much attack do you have? You have 26? It's so much for Divinity. Because at base, I think Divinity only has like 7 attack. I never see Divinity at 7 attack because of how I play these days, but I do think that is the base level. You know, let's do this down here. Because these guys are basically just going to die from the Imp Toss anyways. Whereas the other ones are going to have some dudes who survive. This is the one that I really wanted to Inferno. But, hey. Okay, now we finally have the other Imp. I'm vaguely tempted to import and work this one so that we can have a better shot at infernoing the bottom floor. But whatever. Greg base 7, I see that all the time. Yeah. I remember it, like that information is filed correctly somewhere, but I just never actually face Divinity at that rate anymore. Again, this is why not having Quick on Queen probably would be better for this instance. Like, enemies aren't getting to attack anyways, and this way we're missing out on the damage from the imps. It's pretty minor overall. I'm not too worried about it, but... Also, Root Split Mask has never mattered. I'm not surprised by this. Unfortunately, we didn't get rid of all of the Harvest Armor guys, so they do gain armor every time we do this. Oh well. Needs must and all that. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter the order I play out the imps now, but hey. Alright, we do take a tiny bit of damage on Queen just because she does toss the imps first before the enemies attack, and so therefore the imps no longer work as blockers. Not a big deal. She's still rocking 183 armor. I would happily play out the Last Stand if we saw it, but I have to actually draw into it again. There it is. Yeah, I know. You guys harvest like jerks. Okay, a clean 153 rage for our dudes, bringing us to 654 times 4. Queen also hits for 662, although hers gets wasted. Realistically, I probably should have had her in back. Oh no, she's quick anyways. I was going to say so that we could have her attack after the guy with trample, but again, she is quick, so it doesn't matter where she is. Regardless, here we are. Oh boy. Anyways, that was a easy but pretty fun run. It's also rare that we hit 300. Can't think of the last time we actually hit 300 shards. Like, we hit high shards all the time, but 300 takes a real effort to hit. Okay. So we got Primordium. We got Stygian. We are not taking Volatile Gauge, not with this starting deck. Is 350 possible? Good question. I actually don't remember the math on what the highest possible amount is. On that run, we could have hit 315. And that's the highest we could have gotten at that point. I don't know if there's anything we could have done earlier. I think I did dupe the Import and Work twice, so we could have gotten, I guess, 15 more shards from each of those. So we could have potentially gotten up to like 345 if we had done all 3 of those on a sharded thing already. And I think there's a theoretical but unlikely situation where if you have, like, Light's Gift... No, because even with Light's Gift, I think you would only be able to get... Light's Gift being the artifact that lets you have an extra upgrade slot on spells. But I think even with that, you could only get the spell up to being worth 15, maybe 20 shards. But, so maybe you could get slightly more out of the dupes from that, but I don't know. It definitely is very dependent on the map, because you need, like, as many temples as possible, and then you need to have enough units to be fusing at every single temple, and you need spells that can take whatever upgrades are at every single temple. Light's Gift / the event where you can dupe something 5 times. Yeah, but the dupe doesn't... The dupe from events doesn't give you shards. You only get shards when duping from Hellvent. So that event doesn't matter. Anyways, what are we doing? We're not taking Volatile Gauge. I kind of want to take it just because I rarely take it, but this is a pretty bad time to take it. Technically, the X cost of the Mind Collapse gets around it, which is fine, but the Foregone Powers go from being okay to being atrociously bad with it, since it can never roll 0 cost, so it reads as increase the cost of every Foregone Power by 1 to 3, in addition to everything else that's happening here. There's also just not a lot of, like, 2 or 3 cost cards in Monster Train, which limits the effectiveness of Volatile Gauge. Anyways, we're taking Boon of the Blacksmith. That's what we're doing. Cheater's Hand is pretty decent for a lot of reasons, but we are going to take Worn Grindstone. The Concussive Coals is also decent into Diligent, since it can daze the Scourge generators. But hey. It's the Malika event if you want extra shards. Yes, that is also true. We'll take superfood. Just because... I mean, Stalwart Snack is not terrible here, just because we do actually have the War and Grindstone. So it's no longer 5 turns of +3/+3, but at least it's passing on a decent amount of attack. Nonetheless, we're still going to do superfood. Even if... It's just very useful to have the possibility of using superfood, even if for no other reason than passing like damage shields. But also passing on 10 HP every turn is real good. Hello! How are you doing? Well, let's get Ember Drained. I just found a video on Reddit that is fighting Seraph at 390 but changes to 4 or 5 at the fight ends. I don't know if a way to gain 15 shards on kill. The only thing I can think of is the Malika event, but I don't remember if that still happens after Seraph. I thought it might be the last time it happens being right before Seraph. I think there's a mutation or something. Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's a mutator. Tom is correct. I knew something about that sounded wrong. But I don't look at the mutators, like, ever. So doing the Plink here doesn't matter because I don't have enough Ember to do both of them. Oh, and you're just dying because of this. God damn. I guess we can do this, which does stop you from dying, which does make that valuable. Mostly, I want to draw Plink on this turn, which I can't, but I can draw the Mind Collapse, which would help me kill him, which would be great. Also, how you doing, Tom? Good buddy, good pal. I thought for a moment we didn't have this. Very glad that we do. You're still dying to the spike, sadly, but whatever. So be it. Yeah, even if I eat Primordium early, he goes to 37 damage and still doesn't quite kill him. Oh well. I could have avoided the Ember Drain had I thought about that. It's not a big deal. I'm good. Just got home and need to just blob for a bit. Understandable. Alright. And then we easily beat him to death, especially since we got the Lifesteal Morsel. Even without that, we would have been fine. Yeah, we'll take Perils. Space Prism also good. So, there is actually... I actually might not want to pick Perils. I mean, I think we're still taking it, at least as an option. But playing Ember Drain into Diligent is rough. It is definitely not what we want to be doing. But there's not a lot of scaling options in this clan combo, kind of. So it's good to take that when it's offered. I will take the Helical. Blobfish confirmed. I do feel very blobfishy. Understandable. We're going here. I'm pretty happy to see that. Okay. Alright. What do we want to do? Do we want to take the Cold Kylia? Or Cold Kalia, whatever. I actually still have no idea what the proper pronunciation is. I think it's called Kalia. Regardless. We know there's multi-strike in the shop. We have Primordium. We can pass on Rage, potentially. The problem with taking the Cold Kylia is... at the moment, the only thing we can pass on, really, is the Rage from Perils, which we don't know if we're going to hit Holdover. With the Worn Grindstone. It is up to base 8 attack, which is not terrible. That is to say Primordium is 8 attack, and so we are getting 24 damage off of Primordium itself, which is not terrible. It's not great. I might just do the Siren. The Siren is just nice and reliable, and we can get a second Siren later, although we'd have to take capacity for that unless we get a Space Prism. We did pass by a Space Prism. I thought about taking it for this exact reason. And we don't get a Merchant of Magic until here, which is concerning. I'm gonna take the Nameless Siren just because I don't totally like betting on getting, whatever I'm trying to say. Getting a holdover on Perils. And even then, holdover Perils is not great into Diligent, like I said. Of note, I'm vaguely considering doing the Mollusk Mage infusion. I don't think we want to. It's kind of cute, especially with the Mind Collapse and the Helical Crystallis here. Especially if we're duping the Siren later. Fuck it. We'll make this into Piercing and 30 Magic Power. Well, 40 with the Piercing. No. What am I talking about? We did -2, not plus 30 power. I knew that didn't sound right. Anyways, don't mind me. I'm falling apart as a person. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to do it. I don't think we're going to, at least not yet. Though, when's the next temple? Right here? Fine. There's not one after Talos for a ways. Okay. Sure. We'll do this. We already have a lot of shards. We don't have great defense. We're at least getting HP from Primordium every turn, which is the only saving grace. I was hoping for Incant Armor, but we didn't have enough to re-roll and guarantee be able to afford it if we had done that. So I didn't. We're gonna kill him, even though I would also very badly like to kill the Crossbowman. It is kind of necessary to our success in life. Alright. We're gonna hope that we draw a Plink or a Mind Collapse here. Yeah, or just the Helical. Thank you. I can make some morsels, who cares? We're gonna do this just because that guy has a lot of HP and it's scary. We're doing this. It doesn't really matter when we eat Primordium at this point. And this way we get the extra incant. Unfortunately, we don't kill you in time, which sucks. Well, I tried. Take a tiny bit of fire damage. That's not my biggest concern. I did really want the dude alive, though. Salamander, the rich streamer, only takes Glass Can Siren into +8 attack. Trial, the bravery is real. Yeah, but I was confident we'd be fine for basically this exact reason that, like, she gets a fair bit of HP from Primordium, and with the Mollusk Mage, it made it much easier for our spells to kill things. I'll happily take that Space Prism, by the way. Ooh, I kind of want the Crypt Builder. We're taking the Offering Token, though. And then we're not taking Titan Sentry. And then we're going here. And what do you got? Please be Incant Armor. Or more Multi-Strike. One of these choices is more responsible than the other. We're not doing these. And I really wish that Rail Spikes didn't become a consume card. It bothers me that it does. I wish that it just got rid of the Slay and got its magic power and then was not a consume card. Like, it becoming a consume is great for, like, Wormkin, or at least acceptable for Wormkin. But I would much rather just have a bunch of, like, base 40 damage spells. But whatever. I think we're just skipping it. I don't particularly want the Rail Spikes, even though they're kind of okay for us. Maybe they're worth taking. They're not the worst, and they are targeted damage. I just also am not sure I care. Especially when I'd much rather be doing, like, Helical Crystallis. But it's also so rare that I ever use Rail Spikes. I also don't think I looked at the temple, and that would have been a smart thing to do. Yeah, I really don't know. Don't know what I'm doing here. I feel like I should maybe take it. You know, fuck it. No more thinking about it. We're taking it just because we never take it. Also, the targeted damage is not unwelcome. Purge and magic power, sure. Enjoy. I really shouldn't do this. We are going to do it. And then, as much as it pains me to skip on the multi-strike, what we really badly need is Incant Armor, and we didn't get Incant Armor. Fuck. We could do the quick, which is okay, but what we really need is Incant Armor. Oh well. Here we are. Well, this might be bad because Talos is one of the two bosses that attacks early. I mean, Daedalus also sends out bombs, but doesn't attack early. Alright, give me some morsels. That's not the kind that I want. That's better. Definitely not the one that I wanted, but it's something. Okay. I don't love missing out on the incants, but I did want to get the kills there. Also, unfortunately, she gets dazed, doesn't get to attack. Oh well. These things happen. Alright, good to see you, Rip. Hopefully you get some good rest. I could have avoided the damage. Or the Ember Drain. Oh well. Now the problem is you're gonna kill multiple things unless I stop you. Great. Yeah, that's really not what I want to see. Yeah, unfortunately, we lose a lot of stuff there. And we do take a bunch of fire damage. And then there's you as well. I can't quite kill like this. But I could do this. Yeah, fine, we'll do it like that. Really would like some blockers for Talos. Or specifically for the Siren. Like, she does a lot of damage, but... Okay, yeah. I just need that, and we're basically good. There we are. Kindle is not necessary. Blazing Bolts, it's expensive, but I am honestly probably going to take it. Yeah, fuck it. It's fine. I would love the Guardian of the Unnamed, except that I already did my infusion, and that's fine. Had we had temples past Talos, which, you know, obviously there are ones much later, but had we had them earlier, I would have waited on the infusion. And I guess we're going here. Okay. Okay. Sure. Fuck it. We'll do that. Well, as much as I want the buffet 5, I really want the damage shields right now because I don't have incant armor. Also, it helps protect me against divinity, which is useful. So, there we go. Could have taken the quick earlier. I thought about it for this reason. Oh well, here we are. Here we are. I guess we'll do that because there's not a great reason not to. I'm sorry. I meant to do this very slightly differently. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of shards, and this is vaguely scary because these guys have haste, which gives me so much less time to set up. I just meant to play with the Train Steward first, because I forgot that this was an X spell for a moment. Doesn't really matter. We do slightly less damage, but here we are. Now, please, yes, get me things I care about. So if that doesn't kill, so be it. That does. That does a little bit of damage. We do a little bit more damage there. We still leak some, but fine. It's tremendously better than it could have been. Almost. And yes, I do recognize that I could have saved damage shield if I had done the morsel differently. I probably should have. It was definitely more valuable that way. But hey, here we are. Alright, we're still leaking a little bit. Oh well. Sure. Let's do it this way. Just hoping that that was going to knock off the damage shields, and it didn't. Go ahead and kill there. We do lose the Mollusk Mage. Oh well, we are not leaking anything else. You are scary. And I kind of want to get the Slay, even though I do kind of just want to let you get up to top floor. As is, because you hit for a lot less. God, you're so scary, though. Because, yeah, you'll only be hitting for 14 per hit instead of, you know, 19 per hit. Which is a big difference. So I think we're just gonna do this. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I meant to do that in slightly different order. Because we were supposed to have played the Plink up top first. For the extra and can't. Yep, that's not enough. Let's try this one more time. I just need, like, one more round of her attacking, but it's kind of a big ask. This is, again, why we badly need Incant Armor. I could also try setting up bottom floor, but then I have to deal with this shit. I don't know that I can kill you first turn. Can I? I definitely can't. And then I can't really do mid-floor, because if I do, then bad things happen. Which is to say, they skip a mid-floor, and that causes issues. Alright, sadly I lose. Oh. Did he just get eaten to death? Yeah, he must have. Because I used the feast on turn 1. It just looked weird to me for a second. Anyways, I guess we're gonna block and save a damage shield. I don't think it matters too much at the moment. Oh, and you have a spell shield still. Well, fine. Would love to actually get a kill with that. Oh well, we didn't. And it's useful to have the dude survive, even if you got Ember Drained. Really wanted to knock off the goddamn damage shield there, so I could have killed him. Well, fuck me. Really not how I want that to go. Oh well. So be it. So I still got 2 damage shields, which is not unwelcome. Yeah, that went badly. I don't know that there's a way to salvage this, because this boss is just one of the most painful bosses, and exactly the sort of reason why we needed Incant Armor. Or, you know, not to have 100 shards. Turns out, when he's only got 1 attack, he's tremendously less fucking scary. Yeah, if I'd killed his backliner, it honestly probably would have been better for us, because we did still have the 2 train stewards. Let's try it one more time, even though it's a lot of fiddling. Alright, have a nice night, Fury. Always good having you. And again, I recognize that it could just let this run die. Wouldn't be a big deal. Here we are. It's just in the right order so you don't give off Ember Drain. It's a shame we don't have any statuses to stack on him. But hey. Here we are. well. So be it. Still take some damage. Yada yada yada. Most of the rest of this is gonna look pretty similar. Jan could have avoided the Ember Drain. I don't think it really changes things. But it's a thing that could have been done. Oh, fuck. I meant to use the Blazing Bolts, and I didn't. Because I keep thinking that I have more Ember than I do. Well. Take a lot more damage this way, but it is a thing. Feels really bad, though. Especially if we actually succeed this time. That's wholly avoidable damage. Oh, why am I casting that there? Yeah, it's just not enough to make a break point. Although I think I got here prior with 2 damage shields. Okay, I know there's a lot of fiddling. We're going to try one more time just because I'm pretty sure if I do that one turn correctly, we come in there with 2 damage shields instead of 1. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think that's possible. In which case, that would buy us 1 more round of attacks, which I think is all we need to succeed. So we're going to try this again. Shenanigans. Be damned. Okay, I take damage, yada yada yada. Could also be doing like one of the plinks down here, hoping to knock off the damage shield, which might, or the spell shield, which might be useful. So it's getting rid of that damage shield that's really an issue. Well, unsurprisingly, that went differently this time. Oh, and then I lose the damage shield doing it that way. Yeah, that's worse. Yeah, I've still only got 1 damage shield here. But... oh, and I meant to play the Plink. Yeah, I need to... whatever, we'll see what happens. Get rid of his armor, he heals basically all of it back up. So be it. And I'm pretty confident he just murders the shit out of me. If that Plink had killed that guy, that would have been really helpful, because we could have gotten an extra blocker. He almost dies. If he didn't have the regen, he would have died. It's fine, we'll let it die. There was enough fiddling around on that. We almost made it work. And realistically, I think I could have made it work by maximizing my cancel a little better. But, yeah. Going back to the shards, Hero's Burden, plus 15 shards of battle. Yeah, as soon as somebody mentioned Mutator, that made sense. I just had totally forgotten that that is the thing. But yes, using mutators, you can get to way higher shard counts. For a variety of reasons. That one included. And this time we have Penumbra. I never looked at them. Yeah, I mean, some people really like mutators. I'm not a big fan. It's probably why I don't play the daily often. I used to play the daily like every day on stream. Well, most days. But it's still fun to do the daily sometimes, even if it is wildly different, both because it has mutators and because it's Covenant 1. Like, Covenant 1 is very different. But yeah, I don't know. I don't play the daily. I'm not big on mutators. I enjoy the expert challenges a decent amount, just because those are a curated list of the mutators. But I'm not big on just playing with mutators often, or with like a random selection of mutators. You could do some fun, nutty things, like being able to do Hive Mind to make it so all units count as every unit type, and then using like Shroud Mitosis or a Morsel Master to be able to like dupe your champion multiple times. So you can have like 7 Decay or Spine Chiefs on a floor. Is pretty fun. But not really important. So the Wicklashes are a good start. The rest of this is pretty underwhelming. Ember Cash is pretty solid, but doesn't do much for us yet. Antumbra Assault is pretty good. We are going to take Improved Firebox. We'll see what happens. We're probably taking Architect. And by probably, I mean we're taking Architect. And we're up against Patient. I do strongly appreciate that they have a different symbol for each of them, so I can easily reference it just by looking up here. This is one of those times I really wish we had Blinks. So if I'm willing for Penumbra to take the hit, I can kill all of these guys. It does worry me, because we do need Penumbra to survive, but hopefully we get Antumbra Assault here. Yep. The problem is I really want the Collector, but that means that I can't play out the Antumbra morsels here. Okay, so here's the deal. Except I'm not able to play both Wicklashes now. I'm going to do this on him, because I do want one of these to burn out so I can get some space back. So I can hopefully save... Not the morsel I wanted. I really want the other Antumbra Assault for this turn. And then we gotta hopefully get morsels I give a shit about. I mean, I like those a lot in general, but I need different morsels. Okay. I need that to save Penumbra. Like, and I've got all these morsels. I don't need that one. I don't really need the Morsel Miner either, but I will keep it. We really want to draw into the Lifesteal Morsel, or generate a Lifesteal Morsel. That one's acceptable for now. We'll just do that. Having the 2 damage shields is plenty. Sadly, our Whiplashed guy burns out, which does cut down on our power tremendously. I think our best bet is just putting down a Train Steward, because he does sort of block 2 hits. He really only blocks one hit. Could also put him in back. And then with the Wicklash, he could do an extra 30 damage. Which should be enough, because we're already doing 95. Yeah, that also is enough. We're just going to not fuck around with it. But I'm pretty sure the Wicklash would have worked. He would have burned out after 2 turns, but it would have been enough damage. Unless I can't math properly. And I'm pretty sure in this instance, I can math properly. We'll take the Prismal Dust. It's not bad, especially with the turn 1 improved Firebox if we hit Intrinsic on it. Giraffe and Howl Drippings are both good. And we're going to take the Giraffe. And then we're going to get a Remnant unit, because why would we want an Umbra unit? Forever Flame is not really necessary here, but I will take it. And I will take Paraffin Thug for the moment. I don't really want it long term, but I do want a banner unit. Honestly, magic damage on an Antumbra Assault is not bad. I'm willing to do that. Okay, that's fine. Here we are. Sweet Boss is a little terrifying. Also, these guys are awful. I'm gonna do this, even though it leads to some shenanigans. Okay, and of course that's where the Collector is, though we do have the Antumbra Assault. I really want to use the Antumbra Assault on him, though. Or on these things. God, yeah, if I don't do that, we're left with a really awful floor next turn. I really want the Collector, but if I don't do other things, this gets very bad very quickly. Alright, let's start by seeing what this morsel is. Okay. I think I have to kill the Haste dude, just because getting all of these guys on the same floor is really atrocious. As much as I really don't want to do that, I think that's kind of what I gotta do. And doing that doesn't matter, he dies either way. Because I didn't kill this, and yada yada yada. We are just going to give you some damage shields, because keeping Penumbra alive is vaguely important. Since I don't have really any defense against the Sweep dude if I don't do that. Unfortunately, we lose some damage shields, we do leak a little bit, whatever. Oh, fuck. I'm not actually killing you like this. Well, goodbye most of my Pyre health. And then I'm not going to draw anything useful. Great. Whatever. Who cares? Ow. Yeah, this is not great. It doesn't really matter what I play here. Yeah, I am just dead at this rate. You know what? We'll just let it die. It's fine. I maybe could have made that work, but it was a really bad fight for us. I mean, like, Penumbra sucks in general. We didn't get a great banner unit. That's fine. But being in the situation where I didn't have... I probably could have used the Antumbra assaults better and not killed the haste generators, but killed the priority targets. That's probably the more important thing to do. It's fine. Sometimes we lose. It's okay. Also, once again, that's an example of why I really would have preferred the Plinks over the Shade Splitters. I mean, we're taking Wing Steel because Fossilized Fangs is sadly just not good enough. If it doubled not just Gorge abilities, but the effects of all morsels when they're eaten, it would be a lot more impressive. Still not great just because morsels tend to suffer at high shards. But also Wing Steel is legit real good. Especially in Wormkin. I thought this was sketches for a moment and I was excited. I mean, we're still probably taking Hell Pact. There's enough good X cards that's worth it. Not that we have any of them currently, but... and what do we want to do? Do we want to do Decay? Do we want to do Corruptor? Kind of want to do Corruptor just because we've been doing Decay a lot recently. They're both very strong. Decayer's probably better in this clan combo, so long as we can find some source of damage shields. Like, if we get a Prismal Dust and we just remove Consume It, we're golden. Since we have the Hell Pact. Okay, Cultivating plus Morsels is a bad idea. Yes, it's not great. There are ways to make it work, but yeah, it's not good. It's not great. Because turns out buffing your morsels immediately before they get eaten doesn't do a whole lot for you. Side note, we're definitely not doing this right here, but it is kind of fun to try to push Corruptor with only morsels, no banner units. It's hard to win, mostly because while it can destroy waves still, it struggles in Relentless because your morsels, unless you are like, yeah, your morsels disappear after the first round of Relentless as they get eaten by Spine Chief. But other than that, it's kind of cute playing. Now that we're going to do that here, partly because we have the Plinks instead of the Shade Splitters, so we don't have reliable morsel generation, but it is a fun way to play sometimes. I don't know. I think I still kind of want to do Corruptor. Nah, fuck it. We'll do Decay. See what we can do. Give me that sweet, sexy unit draft. Give you some Reap, and then we're just going to build some... Well, let's get the Train Steward down now, especially since we'll avoid the Ember Drain, since we already got Ember Drained. Well, didn't want to have to do it that way, but I did really want the Collector. Kind of want to do the Immortal trade. Really don't want to get that Ember Drain, though. Also, it doesn't really matter. This guy's just going to absolutely murder him at this rate. I probably did not need to put that on you directly. And the question is, do we want to Immortal trade right now? And I think the answer is yes. The Ember Drain is bad, especially since he's also generating Scourge cards. And I definitely should have been able to kill that top liner. Oh well. Not top liner, whatever. Anyways, we're doing the other immortal trade now, even though I am going to take damage from his Scourge card. But, oh, and that's actually not enough. I'm honestly surprised. I am... Also, it doesn't help that I have to take 2 hits to kill him. Yeah, that's way worse than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it doesn't help that I generated 0 Reap on him, which is kind of our jam. I mean, the Echo Infusion's good. It's less good with Decay, especially when it's not infused. Bounding Echoes is generally a good pickup, so we can make things infused. Obviously, it would be better if it were infused itself. An infused Shelter is not bad. My eye is bothering me for sure. And it makes it hard to see anything. Bear with me. I think we're taking the Shelter. I do kind of want the Bounding Echoes, though. I find it hard to pass by Bounding Echoes, honestly. Cat, what are you doing? I just felt my chair vibrating. It was because she was like standing on her back legs, trying to get onto my armrest. Yeah, you're very cute, cat. Fine. We'll take the Shelter, and we'll take a Perils, I guess, and then we'll skip on these. We're going here because I really want to fish for like holdover, and I really want to minus cost some things. Nope. Let's -2 that. So I could do that. I'm tempted to do that. Double stack of Soul Crushing Guilt is also not like it's not bad. Although it does cut into Decayer's power quite a bit, which is concerning. I would rather do Remove Consume on this, is my only concern. So I think we're gonna greedily skip on that for the moment. There is an argument to be made for magic power and consume on like the plinks. Also, this is probably a bad idea, but we're going to do this because we can, and you can't stop me, even though it does lead to great and terrible misery. Really was hoping for holdover because then we could use the immortal trades freely. This shit is real bad, by the way. Well, wish I could have done that without getting Ember drained, but fine. Yeah, lay down, please. All the way. Like, yeah, this is the exact reason that doing Remove Consume would have been good. And fucking Soul Crushing Guilt. Not a good time for it. Or not Remove Consume, but the Magic Power and Consume on the Plink is what I was trying to say. I was really hoping we'd kill that guy, so then we take a lot less damage on Spine Chief. God, I really don't want to have to Immortal trade, but we're going to. Okay, we need to kill the backliner. Again, you're just going to wipe out everything with your 8 attack because turns out we've made sinful choices. But we can at least do this. Okay, let's do this and that. And then I think it's better for us not to Ember Drain again. Although there is a chance we draw the Perils. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But we really need to build up a Reap on him. And that's all we need. We're not going to Soul Crushing Guilt because that does reduce our charges dramatically. We barely clutch out a victory here. Okay, well, that was the thing. Echo Infusion's good. It is less good with Decayer, though, unless we get Carving Korska. Could not think of what it was called. I wanted to say, like, Split Mandibles, which is also not the name of that artifact, and not at all close to the correct artifact anyways. Serrated Mandibles is the name. We are skipping this. Echo Infusion is good, though. There's the Prismal Dust, though it is not infused. And we could take another Perils. Nonetheless, I'm going to take the Prismal Dust. So I wish my eye would stop bothering me, because it's driving me crazy. We're going to take the Keeper, even though in the ideal world, we just run Decayer bannerless. Maybe someday I'll be able to see out my eye again. There's Holdover. Okay. And there's Spell Chain. That's pretty solid. No. I mean, the Crucible Warden into the Keeper is not, like, terrible. It's not really what we want, but it's not untenable. And then we're going to do this, although there's the Remove Consume I also want. We're going to check this first, just in case this gives me gold. Fine? I guess, even though it's a little awkward. Oh well, here we are. And then it's Dazed Talos, which is not the worst for me. Okay. And this means that we can use the Immortal Trade with Impunity now, which is pretty nice. We'll let him take the hit. He's going to have tons of lifesteal, so I'm not too worried about him taking her hit right here. He just has to survive a round of combat, which should be perfectly doable here. I will kill you, because that's real problematic. Should have played out of the Train Steward. Oh well. As expected, that run died. Yeah. It's... Cultivating with morsels is a mistake that we all make at least once. It's certainly not a great game plan. Like, you can sort of make it work, but it's not good. God, my eye is just... There's something stuck in my eyelid, and I cannot get it out. And I know you probably don't really want to hear about that or watch me fucking around with my eye constantly, but it is rather painful. And I can feel it there. I can feel it almost out. And I think I finally got it. Anyways, lifesteal is perfectly doable now. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, now you're dying. I'm not sure if I needed to put that Reap on you, but I just wanted to be certain that you were dying, because I don't have a lot of health to be fucking around with. I could Daze here. We're not going to do it because it eats too many charges, and our defense is pretty solid at this point. Given that our Keeper is just sitting on 8 lifesteal, which is now 12 lifesteal. Which is going to go down by 1, obviously, but nonetheless, the point remains. We're doing good. Also, Talus is mostly dead. Also, Spine Chief has a bunch of damage shields from the Prismal Dust. Hey look, Talus is dead, since she's got 30 Reap. There we go. Turns out, Reap is pretty good. We could take Furnace Tap. We're not going to. Eternal Kinstone's good, though it's way better when it's infused. And it's a shame that that's not what got infused here. I kind of want to take the Blazing Bolts. Just because we're going to have excess Ember, like, all the time with the Perils. How strong are the bolts? They're not a great card. They can be okay. Hi, Cat. Welcome back. Because at their final form, they hit, I believe, 4 times. They do target randomly, which is a bit of a problem. Or maybe it is to the front enemy unit. I think it is to random targets, though. Does it actually say in the logbook? I don't remember if it shows all versions of it. Blazing Bolts? Yeah, it doesn't show the later versions. Yeah, the added one hits randomly, and I believe the third one is 4 times randomly. Do they keep all buffs? Yes, they inherit the upgrades, otherwise they'd be an atrocious card. But I'm almost certain, now that I say this, that they inherit the upgrades. But I'm pretty confident they inherit the upgrades. They look like spade drills. Yes, they are. They do look weird. Anyways, they're not like an amazing card, but sometimes the random targeting is what you need. Also, in the DLC, giving them like piercing is not bad. If you have the Ember to cast them, or if you're running like Conduit Tethys, they're a pretty decent spell. And like, especially in any clan combo where you're lacking backline access, just being able to ping off a high value backliner makes a huge difference. I'll take it. I probably shouldn't, but I will. I'm gonna take one of these just for fusion. Is that true? No. No, it's not. We're going to take the draw. I really want to go to the left side for the duping, so that's what we're going to do. It'd be kind of cute to dupe the Keeper. But what we are going to do is we're just going to fuse in the Train Steward for removal and to give him stats. Magic power goes there, I guess. Purge and -1 is going to go... I do want to get rid of the Soul Crushing Guilt, even though it's normally quite good. I kind of want to get rid of the Immortal Trades. Ideally, I just want to get rid of things that are not infused. I'm going to greed a little bit, and we're going to get rid of one of the Immortal Trades. We are going to remove a Steward... and a Steward. Decayer 2. And we're duping the Perils. At this point, we just need to focus on charge generation and defense. Could do this now. I don't really want to, although this guy is terrifying. Okay, there's the perils, which helps. It also means that I should be doing this slightly differently. Oh well. It also means that we can do this now, and everything's fine. I guess we're going to do this, even though it feels like a bit of a waste. I still would very much like to get Remove Consume for either that or the Prismal Dust. Okay, so you're dead now. Yeah, but not after doing all that. So we'll still use Blazing Bolts here. I would have liked to have used the Blazing Bolts elsewhere, but so be it. Oh, God. One of these days I'll be able to see again. Alright, let's just daze you so we can actually build up some armor. He would have been fine regardless, thanks to the lifesteal, but still what I chose to do. Alright, having the double spell chain perils is very nice. We're gonna just kill you. And this is why we did not play out the Prismal Dust earlier. Just give you 13 damage shields. You do lose a fair bit of them right here, but that's fine. Who cares? We even do build up a fair bit of extra HP over the course of this just because of the Keeper. Like, it's not a huge deal, since ideally we're just going to be building up a bunch of armor and damage shields. Still nice, though. I could daze him some, who cares? We are killing him. We take a little bit of damage from the spikes, but again, it doesn't really matter, especially because it's not even taking into account our reap damage. I am plenty happy to see Serrated Mandibles. The random targeting is a little annoying, but is good. So we could go to an Infused Soul Crushing Guilt, which is not bad. Kind of. It's not what I want, though. But it is nice for versus Divinity. So I'm still going to skip it, though. I'm definitely skipping those. We're going here, I guess. Fine. I mean, I kind of want to do something that's not the Perils, but the Perils are by far our best charge generation right now. So that's what we're doing. They just, like, I don't need the damage that they give. And I do kind of want to focus on things that give me meaningful defense. But, hey. Ideally, we just get, like, Light's Gift, and then we're solved. But, hey. Here we are. Yeah, I guess we'll do this right now. And that draws us into the Perils, which is not bad. Also means that we can do that freely. In the ideal world, we'd also be setting up bottom floor, but I just don't have reliable enough charge generation for bottom floor at the moment. Also, these guys hurt when they have multi-strike, and we have 150 shards, by the way. God, yeah, they're real rough. Yeah, sadly, the Keeper dies, but we should still be fine. Like, we don't need the Keeper for damage. He's just there to help with defense. He was mostly there to help with Talos, and now he's there just for defense. Oops. Okay. And then Serrated Mandibles helps and kills that guy too. Very nice. Although it does make these guys now attack, which is also a pain in the ass. Regardless, we're getting 18 damage shields. We should be fine. We're going to lose a lot of them, since these guys have multi-strike. Also, the boss has 1,000 attacks, which is not great. Well, let's lose one less damage shield. We do still lose most of them. We went from 18 to 4, which does suck, but whatever. We should be fine, especially if we have lifesteal. We have 1 currently. And if we draw into it again, that would not be bad. Since he attacks for 90 a turn, but we also would heal for 200 a turn. That we didn't draw it, but that should still be fine. Because we do more than enough damage, since we're doing 793 damage in Reap. Plus we get, 460-ish off of just hitting him. This is quite good for us. And it makes it way easier to set up on, like, bottom floor. Do I want to Revenge of the Damned? There's only one more temple. Also, I kind of want to make a second Keeper, just because we do have decent charge generation. And so we can get a bunch of free stats off of a second Keeper, which is cute. But then I have to make a second Keeper. Anyways, what am I actually considering? Revenge of the Damned? It's cute. I'm gonna skip it. I like it. But I'm not gonna worry about it. Prison Retrieval does make a second Keeper more appealing, but we need Intrinsic on this. I guess I'm gonna take it, even though... Am I really going to do that? I'm not going to. It's cute, but we're not going to. Hey, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Guild Marker's great. We are going to take Concussive Coals, though. I don't want Permafrost. I want Remove Consume. Far and away, that's really the only thing I majorly care about. Okay. Now, I think we're doing the Prismal Dust. And by I think, I mean we're doing the Prismal Dust. It's a shame it's not infused. Oh well. Also, the shelter's pretty decent, but we're doing this. So there's another Merchant of Magic up here. Alright, we will do some things. Okay, we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is we're going to remove some things. We're going to get rid of the Soul Crushing Guild. We're going to get rid of a shelter. We're going to remember that there's an unstable vortex here and get rid of the other shelter and a plink. We're going to call that good for now. And it's a Rage Fell, which is not a big deal. And then you became Dazed, which is great news. I should have done the Blazing Bolts first, since we have Serrated Mandibles, because that hits random targets, and so if we had killed things with this Blazing Bolts first, they are no longer possible targets for the Serrated Mandibles. It's a minor thing in this instance. It is still by far the best practice. Okay, and then we have a whole bunch of damage shields. And Concussive Coals is already doing some solid work for us. Sadly, it didn't daze the guy who's attacking twice here, but it doesn't really matter in this instance. And then we're just going to bully Talos. Not Talos. Fell a little bit. Don't know why I keep getting their names mixed up right now. But our goal is just murder Fel. And so getting as much reap as possible on her and just dragging her health down is what we're doing. Like, we've already taken off over half her health, so sadly we can't use the perils to generate charges on mid-floor right now. But we can do all this on mid-floor. And since we got rid of the statue, she also is the only target for the Serrated Mandibles. And so she's almost dead. Not quite. If we could have generated a few more charges on that floor, we would have been fine. Also, Spine Chief has a non-trivial amount of attack power. It doesn't matter to us, but it is true. Oops. Anyways, Fel is already dead without our help, but who are we to turn down, making it even more impressive? Turns out, Decayer Spine Chief is very good. I mean, it generally took players a while to figure out how good it is and how to really utilize it, but now that we know, we know. Do I actually care about going to the Merchant of Magic? Kind of. Not really. I think we just want the removals, frankly. Yeah, I think we just want this. Yeah, why not? I should have looked at the temple first. That would have been the responsible thing. I guess we're probably taking Light's Gift. Yeah, we'll take Light's Gift. They're both cute. Yeah, so the Intrinsic would have been cute if we had taken Improved Firebox, because we could have done that with the Prismal Dust and sunk 7 extra Ember into it turn 1. Okay. I don't know that I care. I think we're taking that just so we can put Intrinsic on the Perils. Also, I keep thinking we're up against Diligent, and we're not. Yeah, this is fine. It's a little unnecessary, but that's okay. I'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. Have Intrinsic. Get Magic Power. We have nothing to fuse, sadly. We are not going to forget to upgrade our champion, because that would be real dumb. I think we'd still win at this rate even without upgrading, but we definitely should upgrade the champion. Okay. So we're still going to set up bottom floor just because we can. So that's what we're doing. Okay, let's make sure you're dead. Although I didn't actually need to use the Fracture there. It doesn't really matter. We didn't need the Fracture down on bot floor either. But I did forget that even the Blink would have generated Reap with the Serrated Mandibles. Especially since that's the only target on that floor. We're gonna play the Blink, even though we probably just wanted the extra damage shields from this. It doesn't really matter. We're fine. And with the Prismal Dust being remove consume, eventually we'll roll over to it again. I mean, mostly we just draw the same perils every turn. Because that's what happens when you have a bunch of holdover cards. Not that that's a big deal, since they are by far our best charge generation. Ta-da! Right, look at us go. Sadly, can't use the Fractures on anything, at least not if we want to be responsible. You know what? Fuck it. Have some Reap, my dude. Who am I to care about that? We have more than enough damage shields, that doesn't matter. Not that I need the stats either. But I will take my stats if I want my stats. And then we still get 14 damage shields off of that. And not that we're actually getting to the Reap, because we do just kind of murder him with a raw, unbridled fury. But he would also take about 700 damage in the Reap. I will take an Unearthed Remains. Raw, unbridled fury. Yep. I do want a Hellvent, but I think we're going here. I think realistically the Hellvent's the better choice, though, but I'm still going to go here anyways. Iron Drop Cage, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I will just take the gold, I guess. I do like Echo Seedling. It's not crazy important here, but I think we're going to take that. Holdover, you say? I could do it on the Prismal Dust. The only reason I don't really want to is because it's not infused. Could do it on the Blazing Bolts. It's really not necessary, but it is cute, so we're going to do it. And then I guess we're going to do this, even though it's not really useful. Doesn't even need to dupe Keeper One because the deck is already so too strong. Yes, it is, in fact, pretty powerful. Realistically, I should probably just take the Jack strips. I don't want to, but it's annoying if we hit the damage shield guys. Also, if I re-roll, I can't really afford things. I could just use that on removals. But how much do I really care about removals at this point? Not a lot. I could even remove my keeper if I so desired. We'll just do this. It's fine. I'm really curious what is there. Sadly, we're 5 gold short of finding out. I don't really care about score, so if I had the 5 gold, I would re-roll just out of curiosity, but we can't. Anyways, I kind of want to set up bottom floor, but I'm not going to because I need to be able to kill these guys that generate. I could just use spells to kill them. Oh well, it's fine. Oh, I actually should do this now so that we put more Reap on him via Serrated Mandibles. We only have 200 charge this time, so he had a tremendously lower number of damage shields on him. Okay, I'm not going to play the Shelter this turn. Because since we have Echo Seedling, it copies the first consume card we play, and I have a different consume card I much prefer to use right now. And then we're just going to generate some Reap, and then give ourselves some damage shields. There it is. Okay. So we're going to do Blazing Bolts, and then it somehow doesn't hit the Light Wings. Fine. What a jerk. And then Unearthed Remains, which then copies itself. And so we do that multiple times since we've increased our charge count. God, we almost get the kill. If it had killed him, maybe that would have been enough. Whatever. It's almost a kill. There we go. Easy. Just a clean 770 damage from Reap alone. Turns out, Decayr's pretty great. As long as you've got the defense for it, and as long as you are generating a decent amount of charges, you are very powerful. And I guess we're setting up top floor. Kind of want to set up on lower floor, but we should have enough defense to deal with a Divinity Sweep. So it's not a big deal. Especially since we also have the Shelter right here. But even without the Shelter, just getting the Prismal Dust occasionally will do it. Also, Spine Chief has like 150 starting HP. For some reason. I mean, I don't mind it, but it is a lot of HP for Spine Chief to have. Anyways, we did 1,000 damage turn 1, 800 damage turn 2. Actually, should have done that first. I keep thinking that I need to play one of the perils first. No, I did in that instance. Yeah. Because I had 0 Ember because of the Ember Drain. I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, here we are. Turn 3, another 1,000 damage. Sadly, this doesn't have piercing. Oh well. I think we can manage. It also pains me every time we play out a card that is not infused. Just because every charge we generate is so valuable. Oh, once again, wrong order, but it doesn't matter because the chance that we kill these guys with the Blazing Bolts without it being infused, or without it being piercing is very low. Regardless, we get it. Even with the armor that's generated, we still have enough to kill him that turn. It's a bit close, but we got there. Decayr Spine Chief. Turns out it's real good. I mean, having the, like, holdover Spell Chain Perils certainly helped. Not even because of the Ember generation, not even because of the Rage generation, basically only because it was 2 charges guaranteed per spell every turn, which is quite good. Anyways, 74,000, not a bad score. We definitely have time for more, so let's go again. Hi, Cat. Okay, we're up against Diligent, who we haven't actually gotten to tonight because I keep dying on the Diligent runs. No, just stay on the shoulder, Cat. Be happy. And we have Sentient, which is not my favorite. Okay, whatever. Pick a spot and stay there, Cat. I mean, Cleansing Water is good, but Guild Marker is just real nice to have right from the beginning. But Cleansing Water is one of those artifacts that's a lot better in practice than it looks on the tin. Especially high shards, because just so many enemies get way, way worse the more shards you have. And so being able to cut down on, like, stealth in particular, but also, like, lifesteal and, like, spikes can make a big difference. Anyways, so we're Sentient, we got Umbra. I think we're doing Cultivating. We haven't done Cultivating in a while. Also, Cultivating is the best. We're gonna do it. We'll see if we actually get meaningful value out of the Cultivating, but we're gonna do it nonetheless. I really wanted some plinks. Even just a single plink right here. It's what we wanted. Sadly, we do have to leak some damage. Oh, wow. Feels bad. Feels bad. See, was that so much to ask for? Really? We were gonna kill there. Right. Again, the morsels with Cultivating don't work great. They end up working sort of okay there because it allowed me to kill both of the top lane, the top floor dudes. Keep wanting to call them top laners, which I guess sort of works, but that's not really what I mean to call them. Definitely not my favorite morsel. You know what? We'll let you die. Also, sadly, damage shields don't work with revenge triggers. It's a weird quirk of this game. Like, I understand the logic for why that is, and mostly it doesn't matter, because there's just not that many revenge units in this game. The one that it matters by far the most with is Cold Channel Soul Guard, just because in this clan combo, like, well, with Stygian and Umbra, there's just not really any in-clan defense that works with Cold Channel well. And there we go. It's a shame that we took damage on that fight, because if we just got into Plink turn 1, would have easily avoided that. But hey. The Sharpen's fine. Restoration Detonation is actually pretty decent here, even though I hate it generally. We should probably take it. I kind of just want another Steel Enhancer, though. But I'll take Restoration Detonation. Another Mind Collapse is fine, but I think we're going to skip. We've already got 2 of them. That's enough. And then we're getting an Awoken unit, because that's what we're doing. Animus of Will. Not a bad Awoken unit to get. Also, I was going to say can't fit Thorn Hollow on the same floor, but that's a lie. For some reason, I always think that Sentient is 3 capacity. It just looks to me like something that should be 3 capacity, but it's not. I think of the original champions, the only one that's 3 capacity is Penumbra. Yeah. And then of the Exile champions, the only... So Wilden 10 is also 3 capacity, Spine Chief is 3 capacity, and then there's 2 1 capacity champions in Fade and Tethys. I don't really want to minus cost any of those. I do kind of want to magic power the Mind Collapse, but I think it's... Like, if we're going to use the Restoration Detonation, it needs to heal for a decent amount. And I kind of want to Intrinsic just for the shards. Fuck it. Steel Enhancer. We're gonna reroll just in case there's like holdover. Yeah, don't really need holdover even if it had showed. We are going to get rid of, I don't know, fucking Plink. Neither the Plinks nor the Restores are particularly good for us. If we were doing, yeah, this is fine. The boss having spikes is not great. Oh, fuck. Whatever. Made a bit of a mess. Definitely lost my train of thought as I knock something off of its spot, but that's fine. Whoops. There we go. Come on. Anyways, if we were doing explosive sentient, then the restores would have some value. Thank God for the mind collapse. I was going to be mad if we didn't draw it. There we go. I guess we're going to do this, even though that makes you a lot stronger. And I guess we'll play you out instead of building up some regen. Yeah, definitely lost my train of thought. That's fine. Okay. Sadly, this looks a bit bad. This is part of why Restoration Detonation makes me angry, is it does not work on... It doesn't do any damage unless you actually have healable health. Which is just really irritating to me that that's how that works. Again, I understand the logic. It's still frustrating. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not the one I meant to kill. Whoops. Fuck. I meant to kill this one. Fuck. I'm sorry. We're gonna redo this. Because I got rambling about Restoration Detonation, and that was 100% not the action I meant to take. Because I really need to kill that one. There we go. Here we are. So let's do this properly this time. Where we play out a steward. Hey, thanks for the raid. How you guys doing today? Then we kill him. And then we cry a little bit that we're drawing things this turn instead of next turn. And then I guess just play out a trained steward as well. Okay. Now, hopefully we draw the Mind Collapse again, or the Restoration Detonation. Okay, there's the Mind Collapse. That works. Enjoy. We need to do this now while we've got 2 Ember. And thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't really want the Rebel Morsel up on top floor. I should not be playing the Plinks up there. The problem is that if we play the Morsel here, then it gets cultivated upon, and that's just not great. Squirrel Squad raid. Oh, okay. Well, we do take some damage on the pyre. So be it. Fine. These things happen. And of course, we don't draw the Restoration Detonation at a time where it's helpful. We are going to build up regen on the Animus because the spikes are going to ruin our day. Yeah, sadly, not enough of a difference. I don't know if we actually survive this. God, are you kidding me? 1 damage away? Let's try that one more time, just because that drives me crazy. Thanks for the follow. It's infuriating that we're 1 damage away from a kill. And I'm pretty sure we could have done it just by like using a Plink instead of that final restore. 15% raid, very strong, indeed. That goes there, whatever. Here we are. Okay, so let's play you there. Let's kill you. Let's cry deep tears of sorrow. And I guess play you there. And then bemoan the fact that most of my cards are useless. This didn't go the way that it went last time. What did I do differently? Well, fine. That's not good. We do survive this. Okay, well, that's not great. Although if we draw the Restoration Detonation when he reaches top 4, that would be ideal. Except that just kills me. Fuck it. We'll just let that die. We're not fucking around with it anymore. Don't know what I did differently. It's fine. Sometimes we make bad choices and we die with tension. Okay. I like seeing Echo Infusion. I like seeing Light's Gift. Although it does make the Echo Infusion a lot less important. Mark of an Exile is fine with Penumbra. Even though Penumbra is what we in the biz call a pretty lame goddamn champion. Teeth of Gold is vaguely appealing just for killing like collectors and early game enemies. I, for one, love playing Umbra Awoken. It is not my favorite combo. And I would go so far as to say it is one of the more disdained combos. At least certain things. Like, Penumbra with Restores is generally quite bad. Having Umbra is not overall bad. Like, they have a lot of powerful like support spells. And Awoken has plenty of good units, so you're not missing out by having the poor Umbra banners too much. But there are still some situations that are really not great. At least at High Covenant, High Shards. Which is, you know, what I always reference. Anyways, I want to take Mark of an Exile. I might actually take Golden Teeth. It's a lot less necessary since we do have the Fractures this time. And later on it does fuck all for us. I think we're still going to take Mark of an Exile. No, we're going to take Teeth of Gold. Let's just do that. Fuck it. Architect, who cares? Kind of want to take Glutton here. Doesn't matter. We already took this. Unfortunately, the armor is bad. But, here we are. Also, I hate Amberforge. It is one of the worst units in the game. Get some Reap, because boy, do we not want you to hit the pyre. Okay, so you are surviving, so we can feed you a morsel to kill the Collector, which is cute. And then let's give you, I guess, those instead of the damage shield morsel, even though maybe I wanted that. Yeah, sadly not killing you. But you're also not attacking next turn, which makes this a lot more tolerable. God, you're 3 damage away from the kill there. So we have to play another Steward if we want to get the kill, because it wouldn't have been quite enough with the Teeth of Gold. So that's what we're doing. Emberforge dies. Oh well, so be it. Yeah, this is not ideal. I mean, we are just going to take damage from these guys, because I just cannot get enough charges up here to get the kill. As much as I want to. So I guess we just kill you, and we take slightly less pyre damage. Also meant to play with the morsels. Oh well. Ta-da. Alright, let's kill you. And then bemoan our morsel situation. Have slightly more reap damage. Because playing the steward does not do anything for us. It would die before it gets to attack. And then we easily kill, but we'll still play out some things just for the sake of it. And there we go. There we go. We don't need making a morsel. We strongly consider the other two, and then ultimately pass on them. And then we think real long and hard about Proclamation and probably take it. You know what? We're taking Proclamation. I don't always take Proclamation, but I do like it. Okay. So we have thoughts and options. First of Kin is really good, especially as an infusion. Mostly as an infusion. Still good without it, but quite good as an infusion. We are going to be sort of gaining extra capacity from Penumbra. In the ideal world, I think we try to do Sacrifice Penumbra, in which case we just have a bunch of capacity to play out. In which case, we have two good options here. First of Kin and Morsel Maker are both interesting infusions, because they're both independent scaling. We don't really have consume cards at the moment. We do have the packed morsels, but obviously we can get a lot more consume cards as time goes on. We don't have the echo breaks, so we can't turn them into consume cards, nor do we have plinks, which likewise, so that's a bit of a problem. I don't love taking the Morsel Maker, but it is immediately more helpful for us. I guess we'll take that for now. Not helpful. Sort of helpful. And then there's the Keeper. We'll take the Keeper. And you know what? Just because we can, we're going to do the Morsel Maker infusion. What even is Emberforge's infusion? It does give the extra energy per turn. You know, I thought it was something like it just reduces the Ember cost. That's cute. Still not really applicable. I kind of want to make a build where that is useful. It just isn't. Honestly, I kind of want to do this. It's not great, but I'm gonna do it anyways. We need much better charge generation. 5 mech spiders with Ember infusion. Yeah, but again, the problem being is that just doesn't, like, do anything for you. Which is ultimately the problem of the Emberforge and Emberforge's infusion. Is that even once you jump through the hoops to get the extra Ember, it just is essentially, like, there's just not enough things to be spending the energy on. Okay, so, let's kill you. And then we'll use you guys to murder that. And then, I guess, just do this here for more stats, even though I kind of want to kill some of the dudes down below so we don't have to take their spike damage, but I also need to generate charges here, especially with the proclamation. We're doing this even though I don't need morsels. Whatever. Honestly, I don't remember what boss it is, and so we're going to hope that it's not the one that generates scourges on kill. It's not. We are going to kill you, though. Because I do want more time to build up. And he just cleaves through all the morsels, unsurprisingly. And I have nowhere to put these morsels, but we're also not going to be reshuffling the deck, so it doesn't matter that they go in there. And then we easily get this kill because we have decent stats, and the keeper is pretty solid. Alright, here we go. I'm not taking those. Kind of want the Unearthed Remains. Kind of want the Hosting Can. I would like the Unearthed Remains a whole lot more if it were infused. I mean, I like it a lot in general. But it's so much better when infused. I'm going to skip. We've got other problems already. And I kind of want a Merchant of Magic. The minus cost would be really nice. We are going to go here, though, and look for things we care about. That's not them. The health is okay. I did consider looking for a Bog Chrysalis earlier when we were looking at the First of Kin or the Morsel Maker, but not now. Hell's Banners and Serrated Mandibles are both good. We're definitely taking Hell's Banners because it gets past... I mean, Jack Strips is also good. But one of the concerns is I'm likely setting up multiple keepers. And one of the problems with multiple keepers is drawing both on the first turn. So, this gets around that. I might take the HP here. Yeah, we'll take the HP. And then it's not multi-strike, of course. What do you got for me? The problem is that no matter what we purge here, I don't really care about it coming back. I guess we're gonna purge an Ember Forge, just because I can. Honestly, maybe should use the Ember Forge for the time being. Too bad. Kind of want to get rid of the Echo Infusions. I'm gonna get rid of some of these. And that's it for now. I'm gonna wait and look for multi-strike for the Keeper. We can probably get by without it. Also, I would very much like to see Cannibalize or whatever it's called. Also, I could have avoided the Ember Drain. Oh well, here we are. And I probably should have played that Train Steward instead of the Morsels. Whatever. I got carried away. Here we are. It's fine. Sure. We'll get Ember Drained. It's fine. So be it. Sadly, can't play out the other one because our charge generation is not good so far. Luckily, we have a Light's Gift, at least. Because turns out Light's Gift is quite good. We're going to do this, but I don't have enough charges for that. So never mind. We're not going to do that. I probably should have done that to kill this guy. Oh, wow. God, And then we were 1 damage away from killing you. Oh, we get the Ember refresh from Hell's Banners. Thank God. At least we do that. Still feels bad overall, but slightly less bad than it could have been. Like, my power is not great yet. And admittedly, I could have gone to minus cost my spells, and that would have helped a lot. Oh well, here we are. Sometimes you just suffer. It's a shame that 100 damage is not going on Talos. Oh well, it's fine. It's still pretty decent. And this will get a lot better shortly. We just got to get past this battle, and then everything looks better. Okay. Have a little bit more reap and a tiny bit of damage because there's essentially no charges on that floor. And then the moment of truth, and sure enough, everything's fine. All right, look at us go. Okay. It's a shame we didn't see Bounding Echoes, because I happily would have taken Bounding Echoes. Well, that's an interesting set of options. Do I want the Furnace Tap? Kind of. It does fuck with my plans currently, unless we see Carving Koriska. If we see Carving Koriska, everything's free, yada yada yada, sky's the limit. It is good. Trample is also quite good. It's less good at the moment, since we don't have meaningful attack buffs. But we can probably get by with that soon. And it doesn't Ember Drain me, which turns out pretty useful. I'm still gonna greed for it. I don't know why I'm even considering those. Mostly I was thinking about what I want here. I think we want the draw still. So we're taking the draw. Removals are nice. We are going to dupe, though. Architect 2, without question. And then we're duping the Keeper, even though we don't have its upgrade slots filled. Doesn't matter. Okay, and this is exactly why I was talking about as far as Hell's Banner being useful. We are going to kill that one and not this one, which is maybe a mistake, but it means that we can kill the Collector if it shows up or on mid-floor. It didn't, but we could have. Okay, so we can at least kill both of those. Why are you not dying? Oh, because you're dying to the spikes. God damn it. Because we gave you attack from the Keepers, because I did this in the wrong order. It's fine. I was just very confused, because it went from killing that dude to not killing him. He at least is not escaping, but then this turn wastes an attack, which is not good. But I can make this work. Because I can have you attack first, which kills the Collector, and then frees up everyone else. And that works out just fine, the way we'd always envisioned it. Nothing is wrong. Everything is okay. We made it work, despite the shenanigans. I'm not in great shape to murder these guys, unless we draw the Proclamation, which there is a good chance we do. And by good chance, I mean we were guaranteed to, because of the last things in our deck. So, you know, here we are. I guess I should be doing that first. And then we have tons of Ember, and everything's fine. And I kind of want to play some Reap on bottom floor to soften them up. But I also really just want a bunch of extra stats in my dudes, because that's hard to pass up. Okay, it's going to look silly, but we're going to do that so we can kill the backliner with that. And then I'm going to take a boatload of damage, and I don't know if we survive this. And by that I mean I'm pretty sure we have to retry the battle because that fucking kills me. Let's do this again. Once again, if we just didn't take 100 shards, this wouldn't be the case. But hey, here we are. Anyways, so be it. Also, I would like to play the Furnace Tap, but it cuts down on my charge generation immensely, which is a problem. But I would have happily played it at the end there. Alright, so let's do this in the right order this time. Yeah, let's do that and then do these. Because then you survive that. And this way we get slightly higher attack on our dude. Yeah, I think I need to be killing you just because this guy absolutely ruins my shit. Also, I should have played out a morsel first, probably. Okay, and I can get extra Ember by doing this. And then... Oh, you're not surviving because this guy explodes. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. The big importance is killing this guy next turn. Which we should be able to do now that he doesn't have the frontliner. Which is all that we really care about. Whatever. You die. So be it. Which is a shame because we didn't need him there. And by that I mean, the guy would have died to the golden teeth either way. I could have killed this guy and prevented the haste, but I didn't want to deal with him killing the dude on mid-floor. Doesn't really matter. We just easily murder him because that is how we roll. It turns out 2 keepers, even without multi-strike, is pretty good. Also, they get an extra +6/+6 each from the Morsel Maker infusion. It's not the best infusion, but it is solid. I do like Void Binding quite a bit. Sadly not infused. The Feast is kind of cute, but just not really necessary. And Ember Cache I like, but without Bog Slime, it's not doing a ton for us. Obviously, I could take it in the hopes that we get Bog Slime, in which case it would be great. Kind of want to take it. Also would have been great if we had done the First of Kin infusion. It's like exactly the card you want with First of Kin. It is so good. Like, it's a good card in general. Vaguely situational, but still quite good. I don't know, man. I kind of want to take it. You know what? Let's take it. Chances that it becomes useful is low. Also kind of want Revenge of the Damned. How many temples are there? A lot. Okay. I'm willing to take that. Again, would greatly prefer if it were infused. So be it. Hold on to it further. Why not? Honestly, I already forgot that we gave it to you. I'm going to kind of want this, but we're going to look for multi-strike. Chain of Gems is not bad, and we don't have any X-cost cards. Chain of Gems it is, I guess. Yeah, that's not great. Sure. Let's get rid of that. Even though we could sort of be using the morsels as an alternate ember source, which is nice, but it's whatever. It's not great, but I'm gonna do it just because we have the extra slot for it. Let's get rid of the Train Steward. I badly need to minus cost things or get Carving Koriska. Carving Koriska would just be ideal. Also, I was hoping for magic power at the temple. But -2 is also nice. Also, I forgot that we had the Furnace Tap, and I kind of wanted to do something different. Oh well. Yeah, I'm willing to get Ember drained. That's fine. Sadly, we're not using the Furnace Tap yet. For reasons, obvious reasons. Namely this. We're killing you because we want charges. Okay, so let's play this. Let's build up some extra Ember. Let's play this for the future. And then just do this. There also would have been an argument for killing one of the guys here, and by that I mean I probably should have, because as is, I have nowhere near enough hits to kill the one guy who really matters, and that's actually a big problem. And I should have thought about that in greater detail. We did draw the Proclamation again, which is cute. I should have had you up front, not in back. Oh well, not much I can do about that now. Okay, we still get there. I'm not going to play the Echo Infusion in case the reduction in charges is enough to ruin it, because I think it is. But I also didn't want to sit there and do math, because who wants to do math? So I could Furnace Tap now. I'm gonna kill one of you. I'm gonna leave that, I guess. Self-made Harpy. Of course it is. Okay, so we can at least kill you. Should have played out this first. Yeah, not quite killing you. Fine. So be it. These things happen. I'm not going to play the Echo Infusion. I think we'll be fine. Sadly, I take some damage there. Oh, well. Have to do this here if I want to use this here, which I do. Alright, we're going to do that now. It does mean that I'm Ember Drained to death for this coming turn, but unsurprisingly, we're okay. Also, forgot that you have extra power per charge. Doesn't really matter. Anyways, we have tons of HP and some damage shields from earlier, so we're fine. We also didn't kill the backliner, which means that Self-Made Harpy doesn't get the attack bonus from killing it. Absolutely worthless for us. I'll take the gold. Another Void Binding that's not infused. Cave-In's cute. I'm not going to use it, because it does not work with Light's Gift very well. I will take Broken Memories, I guess. And even quick. Who cares? I should probably go here, honestly. I kind of want to go for the Merchant of Steel. But honestly, removals at this point and the possibility of seeing Bog Slime or Carving Korska are actually pretty useful. You know what? Let's do it. And there it is. Truly the greatest that has ever been. Also, I do badly want these for Revenge of the Damned. Okay, well then, our life just got a lot easier and more interesting. Doesn't matter, I'm not using Total Recall. Okay, well then. Yeah, fair enough. Let's get rid of, I don't know, like, I guess maybe we get rid of the Ember Forge. Kind of want to just leave it for the time being. But it's also not an infused card, which makes it immediately worse. We're gonna get rid of that and that, I guess. Sadly, I don't have enough to remove more cards. I badly want to remove things or minus cost them. But here we are. Don't love you. Sadly. God, I don't want to get dazed either. Oh. The seal's bad, but we're still doing that so we can avoid a Scourge card, since it does complicate my life a little bit. I guess it wouldn't have been that bad since I do have Hell's Banners and such. Yeah, and you won't even extinguish. We'll play you there so you can not extinguish because you have the damage shields, because I forgot about that. Well, fuck me. Fine. That's annoying. Probably not a big deal, but it is annoying. Well, we'll at least get rid of you guys, which also means they can then play the morsel here for free. Okay. You know what? Let's give you a damage shield morsel just for the future, since Arcus does have way too much stealth. Hello, Ashiaka. How you doing? How goes the rogue trading? Assuming that's what you're still playing. You know what? Let's just play that there. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Do I want to do the furnace tap now? Kind of? Probably. You know what? Let's do it. Kind of want to get rid of the Scourge dudes. I don't want to use up all my excavated embers. Well, oh wait. Okay, but we drew into this, which doesn't... Oh no, I have the proclamation too. We're good. Because that gives me just enough that I can do this. It does mean I'm missing out on other things, but I do think getting the furnace tap going was good enough. I'm still rogue trading, yes! I'm in Act 4, I believe, of 5 maybe. My characters are hilariously strong. Should probably trim the difficulty up to unfair, possibly. Sounds about right. Alright, let's kill that, which gets us so many charges, which is why we were hoping that that would work out the way that it did. We're going to leave the Excavate Embers to hopefully help us avoid the Ember Drain, since that's still going to plague us for several turns. Where my character is doing almost 3k damage, the highest I've seen is like 1.2k. Yeah, that's something for sure. Yes, giving them beautiful, beautiful stats. We're not the best at charge generation yet, but it will get much better as time goes on. And I was able to mitigate the Ember Drain, which is cute. Yeah, we just want stats. I don't care about reaping Arcus. I do care about getting +2/+2 on every unit every time we generate a charge. Sadly, that knocks off a damage shield. I mean, he was knocking off a damage shield no matter what I do, but... And here we go. Oh, I should technically do this first, but... Doesn't really matter. Use the damage shields, but Arcus is dazed for a turn, so isn't attacking into him anyways. Regardless, Arcus hits for a fair bit, has some stealth still, doesn't matter. We got a bunch of HP, a little bit of damage shields, and we do a whole lot of damage. Sadly, Echoes of the Past is not actually an extract spell. And Eternal Kinstone is not infused. So I will skip on these. And then we're going to take draw. Because we are. And then we're going to go for the Merchant of Magic. And sadly, the dupe is not with the Merchant of Magic. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess we'll do Mark of a Champion. It's not really necessary. It does give him an extra 50 attack, which is cute. Okay. So, things to consider. I might just minus cost this. I do kind of want to do other things, but I think that's just what we're doing. Remove Consume is a thing that I wanted to see, so we can do that. And then I have just enough to 0 cost it again. And then, before we commit to this, what's that? The event. Build a card. Like, it's nice, but it, A, doesn't generate gold for me, and B, more importantly, it's not infused, so I'm just not going to take it. I don't care what it does. I don't know. I don't really care about intrinsic on any of these. I guess we're gonna do the Ember Cache. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I might remove the Ember Cache in a bit. I'm taking Intrinsic just for the shards. And admittedly, I kind of don't want Intrinsic because it reduces my chances of drawing both Keepers on turn 1. Which admittedly I do kind of want to do now. Okay. Sadly, I can't make good use of my things. We'll still do that there. I can't use them top 4, though, because I don't want to reap my own dudes. If I had some morsels, I would have done that, but oh well. So, we play you first, you get the damage shields. I actually want the attack more than I want the HP. That goes there. Good job, Tiny. Just get Lost Luggage, not even that hard. I mean, I do want Lost Luggage. I also want my eye to stop bothering me like it's been doing all night. Admittedly, I kind of don't want to do this, but we're still going to do it anyways, even though it's largely a waste. And by that I mean it, at the moment, just gets in the way of things, and I'm not sure that I have enough damage scaling to kill the guy that I actually need to kill. Oh no, that's right. I hurt this guy with the proclamation, so this is a much lower concern than I thought it was. Still not good. Since I have to get through these big chunky bodies, and the Scourge cards greatly interfere with my plans. But this gets a lot better now. Especially because that just cleaves through him. We can do that and that. Technically, I should have put down the morsel earlier. It doesn't matter. And then we just build up some stats. Now, we do get Ember Drained. We do have all the Scourge cards, but we have a lot of Excavated Embers kicking around. And any extract spell also gains us Ember. Yeah, fine. We're taking damage on the Pyre. I don't love it. I can't really avoid it. We're at least minimizing as we can. Ooh, that's real bad. Fuck. I might just die here, and by might, I mean I do die here at this rate. Yeah, because I can't take a single hit from either of these guys. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, this is the problem of taking 200 shards, where just every enemy is enhanced. If I drew the Furnace Tap more, it would do what I need it to do. Or if I were killing the dudes faster. We're gonna try not using the Broken Memories here. Also, realistic, I should probably have Penumbra up front. I'm just so used to not putting him up front. That's probably what I should be doing. And or I maybe should just be giving the Furnace Tap to Penumbra, which I hadn't considered for some reason. Regardless. Attack Morsel. whatever. Here we are. Fucking Scourge cards are the worst. Truly the bane of all decent humans. None of this really matters. But yeah, the Scourge cards really cut down on my scaling potential, which is an issue. Although, again, I think giving Furnace Tap to Penumbra makes a lot of sense. There we go. That looks a lot better. I guess we'll do that, even though I don't really want to draw that again. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. Here we are. Fucking Scourge cards are the worst. At least Excavate Embers are doing their job. I should have played down a Morsel first, so he would benefit from things. Weirdly, that does make enough of a difference that I kill the backliner. I still take a lot of damage from this guy. And maybe would have been... I mean, they do about the same damage, so I don't think it would have mattered. And then this time, we're totally fine with those. Thanks to the Proclamation. And so it's just this wave. Can I survive this awful wave? Getting the Furnace Tap means I definitely can. Also, the Proclamation does a lot of work for us. But here we are. Okay, and then we just have to beat the hardest boss in the game. Unfortunately, Revenge of the Damned would have been really nice earlier. You know what? We can do that, though, which is cute. Although I should have played the Fractures first, and I spaced out. I mean, I guess I didn't have Ember for them. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Anyways, he's real dead. He does get a handful of attacks off on us, but after that, he's a dead man, as we in the biz call it. And there we go! We're not taking the feast. I will take another Revenge of the Damned, even though it's tremendously less good without being increased by magic power. We are going to go here. We're going to hit multi-strike. Nope. Yes. Could have used that much earlier. We're going to get Bog Slime? Honestly, might take the Precious Plating. I think we're going to skip it, even though we are in dangerous situations. Way late for Dun Echo. Sinner Salve is fine. Hello, Edwin. Oh, and I forgot that we're up against Chaste, which does fuck with Light's Gift some. Which is fine. I do want to copy the Furnace Tap. We're going to copy the Keeper, though. And then I think we're getting rid of this. And we're getting rid of... I mean, I kind of want to get rid of the Ember Forge, but we're going to get rid of this. And then... Sinner Salve doesn't matter nearly so much anymore. Would have been really helpful for that last battle. I mean, I was considering Firebox. I don't think we really need it. Is that true? So if we draw all three Keepers on turn 1, which is unlikely, we would need 6 Ember to play them out. We start with 3. We then get another 3 from Hell's Banners. And so I think we're fine even without that. Also, if we draw any of the extract spells, then we are fine as well. Straight up, but what if you want to play anything else? I mean, I think we're okay even if that's the case. I'm just gonna remove a thing. It is just much better for us. I mean, I don't give a shit about the Ember Forge. I'm not gonna bother with that. Unfortunately, I can't do anything else with my money. Oh well, here we are. We should be fine against Chase, even though it is gonna fuck with us a bit. Okay. Let's give you the damage shields, so the damage shields don't really matter, since Chase will just interfere with the damage shields anyways. Oh, I forgot that I already did that. Cat, you are in the way. Much better. Do I want a Broken Memories? I kind of don't want a Broken Memories. It ended up being a pretty unnecessary card for us, since we got Remove Consume on the first tap like I wanted. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a problem. Well, fine. Not great. Not ideal. But, oh well. That would have been okay if we had gotten just anything. But we didn't. It's not a big deal. It does mean that I have to wait, but that's okay. Oh, and I guess maybe the Ember Drain from the first tap was a bad idea. No, we got the Activate Embers. Everything works out. We'll play you, I guess, all the way in the back. We do take a lot of damage from these guys, unfortunately, which is concerning, but we have so many keepers that even if we have to take a loss, we'll still end up okay. Also, now that we've thinned the deck out somewhat, we are drawing into the Revenge of the Damned more often, and the Proclamation, which also greatly decreases our concerns. And we now get, you know, +3/+3 per charge on every unit, which is a big increase. And there we go. It's quick on the Ember Force for any other reason than it's hilarious. It's on there because it was from the event, Heaven's Finest, or whatever it's called. The event where you purge a unit and it comes back later with upgrades. At High Covenant, High Shards, you often can't afford to give a meaningful unit away for that long. And so I gave away the Ember Forge just so it wouldn't clog up my deck for a few battles, and then we just never purged it. So it has Quick and it has Extinguish, deal 60 damage. And it only has that because it just happened to get it from that event. I didn't care in the slightest what it got from the event. But that's what it came back with. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. I mean, like, it's a good event if you can benefit from it. Kind of. Like, there is a disparity in in what the different possibilities can get you. Like, some of them are going to be way more useful than others in certain situations. But, like, it does have some really cool upgrades. It's just, again, at High Covenant, High Shards, like, you can't always afford to do that. Cat, you are really determined to be in the way. Alright. And then we made it through the early game, and thus Chaste is absolutely no challenge for us at this point. Especially not with Penumbra having 7 attacks. And, yeah. Ta-da! Easy. I know we have no way to, like, daze Divinity, but we should be okay despite how much damage it does. Which is to say, it does do quite a lot of damage. Not as much as last time, but still a lot. I guess we give the damage shields to Penumbra, because it has slightly lower HP. Also, key free, and I should probably have Penumbra up front. Oh well, it's fine. Okay. So, Cat, what are you doing? Stop. She's pawing, like, all the walls and other things. I don't want her fucking with them. Anyways. So, kind of want to play the Morsel Maker first. So to get the damage shields. Alternatively, what we could do is we could play out a Morsel, then use the Revenge on the Damned on it so we could generate charges, which is pretty good. I think that's what we want to do, even though we miss out on the damage shields. But I think that is what we're going to do. It's a little weird, but that's a lot of free stats. And who am I to turn down beautiful, beautiful free stats? Could have done it a second time, kind of. Oh well, here we are. Okay, and then you get multi-strike, and then we just try to mitigate how much damage we're taking from Divinity in return. We do a fair bit of damage in return. And like I said, every charge we generate is worth +3/+3 to the whole squad now. Also, the keepers get +6/+6 at the end of the turn, thanks to their infusion, which is not that impressive, but it is fine. And we play these guys here in the hopes that they all die here so that they aren't alive for the harvest turn. Okay, look at us go. Yeah, sadly, Revenge of the Damned doesn't kill anything here. I could seed it to do a little bit of damage there. We're not going to worry about it. It's fine. Even though this floor is fairly annoying. And we are taking a lot of damage from Divinity. It's just that we should have enough to get past it. Well, let's kill you first. Even though, had I done the damage last turn, we then also could have killed you with the other Revenge of the Damned. It's fine. It's more than good enough, and we at least don't take the spike damage. Turns out Light's Gift is doing a lot of work for us. We might have been fine even without it, just because all the damage would be going into the front keeper, who still has a lot of life despite all this. And I definitely could have set up my thing slightly differently, and or, you know, not taking 230 shards. Though who are we kidding? We all know I would have taken the shards regardless. Again, sadly, wasn't able to give the other Revenge of the Damned magic power, which makes it worse. Still good, but worse. Alright, let's give Penumbra another attack, and then we're definitely killing Divinity here. Yeah, turns out 3 Keepers, it's pretty good. Also having a Remove Consume Furnace Tap that costs 0 is also pretty good. It's a shame we weren't able to dupe it ever, but I wanted to get the 3 Keepers, so we got the 3 Keepers instead. Especially since we just had enough capacity thanks to Architect Penumbra. Anyways, there we go! Look at us. That was a pretty fun run. I'm glad that we got Carbon Corsica. Like, we would have been able to do other things without it, but getting the Carbon Corsica dramatically altered our options. Because turns out, it's a good artifact. It is maybe my favorite artifact in the game. It's definitely my favorite Wormkin artifact. Obviously, not always applicable since it only works with extract cards, but the extract cards are already good, and it just combos very well with the other things that Wormkin wants to be doing anyways. So yeah, it's just great. I love it. It's very satisfying. And it also opens up other strategies since it is an alternate Ember source, which is very nice for other things too. Anyways, we're stopping there for the night because it's almost 2:30 and that's when we normally stop, and I'm not going to start a new run. Also, this cat badly wants to be fed, even though she's a little bit early. I know, cat. I know. You have great hopes and desires. Just calm down for like 10 more minutes. Anyways, stopping there for the night. I also badly need to feed myself, so I'm going to go do that. We'll be back tomorrow. More Monster Train. I think next week None Shall Intrude comes out, at least in early access, so we might check that out next week, at least for part of the week. That being the roguelike deck builder where you are playing as a raid boss against a team of, raiding NPCs. I don't know if they're going to have multiple raid bosses. The one they've shown off is a dragon, which looks cool. I hope that there are multiple characters because I like variety. But regardless, it looks interesting. I didn't play the demo, but people seem to enjoy the demo. Looked cool. Might check that out next week. Regardless, Monster Train tomorrow. I feel like I learned a lot just watching and vibing. I appreciate hearing that. I hope that's the case. I spend a lot of time on Monster Train. So if you have questions, I'm always down to answer questions or explain my thought process. I also spend a lot of time on the Monster Train Discord. But anyways, I gotta go. Have a nice night, everyone. Thanks for being here.